Ladies and gentlemen, subscribers to the channel, this is SKNOVA, the video that I've been waiting to do. Super pumped about this video. Obviously, this is a, big number of Sacred Shards. I've never seen a video on 8 Sacred Shards before. Most of the time it's 2, or sometimes 3, but 8 is a crazy amount. So I got to level 60. I bought a few packs. I got my monthly Sacred Shard from doing the 30 dailies. And all that combined, put together, has given us 8 Sacred Shards. I also have 2 Voids and 2 Ancients, but those are less exciting. So we're going to open all 8 Sacred Shards. I will comment on all of the crazy legendaries I get, hopefully, and the epics. And we will see what happens. So I hope you're ready. Buckle in. Let's get started with the 8 Sacred Shard opening. Here we go. First up is Steel Skull. You know what? I'm actually okay with this because this is a character I don't have. The Steel Skull has a poison ability, attacks 2 times. I think Steel Skull is actually a pretty decent clan boss hero. Has a pretty fantastic heal. A 40% heal is pretty huge. It also has a heal all allies for 20%, which is pretty high. To build this character, you probably would stack a bunch of speed, and you don't really need. I guess you could have accuracy for the poison debuff. That's not your main goal. If you don't have a healer, this would be a good choice. Possibly one of the better healers in the game. Utility-wise, I'm not sure if he. I don't even know what Steel Skull is. I was getting confused. I don't know better than Brask, but on the side of good. I do have Bad Alcazar, who I think is a better healer because he also provides a passive damage boost. But Steel Skull would be on the list of top epic heroes for sure. So cool. Glad I got that one that I don't have. Now let's get to legendary. Oh man, I've never got a legendary from a Sacred Shard. Oathbound, okay. So this guy I think is okay. I don't think he's nice. So what does the review say? I'd say that's on the side of good. Does first ability, let's see, freeze debuff. His damage is based on attack defense. That's always kind of interesting. It's hard to tell from his stats here what he scales highest in. Looks like his defense is higher than his attack. He has a 3 hit with a ascended 50% attack debuff. So that's good. Nothing wrong with that. And he has turn meter reduction, which is also pretty good. So I mean, he could be a good character to bring along for something like Minotaur Lair if you're still farming that and you need an epic. This kind of ability, decreasing the attack, is always good, and reducing the turn on the Minotaur Lair is good. He has a 4 times attack with a block cooldown skills debuff, which is also pretty good. More of a PvP type ability, because I don't think it works on most of the clan boss or dungeon boss stuff, but cool character. Also an epic I don't have, so we're 2 for 2 in that department, but for over 2 in the getting legendaries department. So let's get one. Come on, 6% chance. Work with me. Work with me. Yes, it is Mashalda. Well, so not the most amazing epic ever, but hey, sorry, legendary. It's a legendary. That's what we're going for. And we got 1. We still have 5 shards left even. So he has a kind of built-in lifesteal here with his 1 attack. Speed and crit rate buffs on the party. It's not terrible. 100% heal reduction is pretty good. And if the target is buffed, he does a little more damage. 50% more damage. That's pretty good. Ooh, and a 34% attack buff. And he looks pretty cool. So I mean, for the Legendary Collection, would have. He's not ranked high. That's unfortunate. I know he's not one of the best epics in the game in many factors, but hey, I'm okay with that. First legendary from a Sacred Shard. Glad to have one. It's okay. So pretty good. 2 epics and the legendary that are all brand new. Can we do another legendary? Now that would be crazy. Aether. Have him already, unfortunately. So probably will food epics. I wouldn't food a duplicate legendary unless it's a terrible one. But I mean, not food. I would use him as a skill upgrade. So Aether is he's pretty strong. I think he scales well with stats. It's just that his group of abilities that he has isn't necessarily the best. If he had something like a 3-hit A1, like some of the other barbarians do, even with the more PvP oriented abilities, I think he could be used like on a cloud boss thing. But just as is, another thing he kind of does that's good is he buffs Kalia when he's with her, being immune to stuff. Kalia is more of a PvE type hero with HP burn, and then Aether is more of a PvP hero. So as a combo, they're not as good as like Venus and Bellinor or something, unfortunately. But cool. I'm okay. 1 duplicate so far. Legendary. Oh. Drang. I don't have this guy. He's got an ignore defense, main attack. He has a stun debuff, a 2-hit. And he has a chance for a decreased defense with a 3-hit. And including decreased attack. I wouldn't say that is overly good. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Drang. Not too good. Oh, he does have a speed buff. So, I mean, it's only in dungeons. Limited. So, I mean, you want the speed buff to work everywhere. That makes it useful. So, like, dungeons, I don't think works on clan boss. Also doesn't work in arena. And since he has he has a PvP ability with stun, that makes him not so good. Sorry, Drang. You are an epic. That is cool. But we probably won't use you very often. Welcome to the champion Volta. Cool, Deathless. Hey, this is another epic hero I do not have. She has it. Ooh. So she has 100% decreased defense debuff. Now that is actually pretty awesome. Too bad it's only a 1 attack A1, because then it should be even better on stuff like Clan Boss with Giant Slayer. But she also puts if one of our allies are dead, you put a speed decrease or speed debuff. Don't know if I like that. I don't like having to have heroes on your party dead. That's not really a good thing to plan for. And the decreased accuracy is not all that great at the moment. Reflect damage and provoke. So very like PvP oriented. Like a lot of her abilities are definitely seem made for PvP arena. Maybe this will be really good up in the upcoming faction wars. Because I mean that just by the name sounds a little bit more PvP-ish. And I mean, and she's also a defensive hero, so that can be very good too, where you're kind of stacking an ability that protects you. That's interesting. She has a 4-star ascendant skill because most of them are 2, which again relies on dead allies. So what do? You plan for everyone else to die, and then you can finally do a bunch of cool stuff. What is her rating because of that? Well, she's actually rated really high. And she is a spirit hero, which kind of lacking in cool damage spirit heroes. And she's Knight Revenant, so maybe useful in the faction wars for sure. I've actually seen her in a bunch of arena teams. So I don't know if it's like a niche ability that she has that makes her really good. I mean, reflect damage is kind of unique. It's cool. I have to do some more research to see how or if I would use her. But cool to get a new epic hero. Alright, so if we had another legendary, what would we want? There's a list I made of 10 legendaries that I think would be awesome for clan boss. Any of them would be pretty good. Luria, oh, unfortunately, another duplicate. Now, I thought she sounded really good when I read all the abilities, right? Because she has a bunch of buffs that she can put on, and she has buff removal. So I don't know if buff removal is now fixed. It sounded like in the patch I've heard that went on today, it is fixed, and I've had other people say it's not fixed. I remember trying her out on the magic boss, which was the wrong affinity, but I had a really hard time of getting the removal buffs to actually remove buffs. Maybe it was a wrong affinity thing, but didn't work as well as I had hoped. But maybe. So what's her rating? I mean, she's got some decent ratings on everything besides Fire Knight, which doesn't have a multiple hit ability, but could be good. Okay, last Sacred Shard. Can we pull a second legendary? 6% chance. I believe. I believe. Oh no. Oh, Juliana. Well, would be a awesome epic. Probably the best epic in the game for clan boss. Unfortunately, I already have her. Not gonna complain. She's cool. If you don't have her, you want her. Epic Ascension Pack. No thanks. Legendary Ascension Pack. Oh, those legendary skill tomes are so tempting. I mean, it does have a bunch of value. I do need tomes. That kind of is the only way to get them. Hey, you know what? Let's do 2 Void Shards. Worst case scenario, we can pull legendary from this. Or a Huntress, which I think is a kind of mediocre legendary. She kind of doesn't have any buffs or anything that she brings to the team. Oh, she's ranked terribly. Yeah. Huntress. There she is. Legendary Venus. Let's go. Oh no. There we go. Do I have this guy? I'm not sure. Not one that I would normally use either. And poor ratings, but hey. If he's a new guy that I don't have before, cool. Ancient Shards, 0.5% chance of getting a legendary. Elder, which is bleh. And the Channeler, which is, I think, also bleh. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so let's look at the heroes that we got. So I already have a pretty stacked team, so this is just bonus stuff. We got Oathbound. We got Aether. Got Juliana. And Juliana would be a super good pull. We got a Drang, who's meh. Steel Skull, which I think is good, because he is a great, or she. Gotta be a he, doesn't have a shirt on. He is a great healer. Deathless. Seems like a cool character, maybe a little bit niche. Gotta figure out how usable she is. I keep saying he. It almost looks like there's a mustache. I think that's just her. Look at the little thumbnail. Not a mustache. Luria. I think she could be good. I just gotta figure out how to use her. We got Huntress, which is meh. Got Harrier, which is also kind of meh. But most importantly, we got a legendary Mashald, who is okay ranked. I mean, all legendaries are going to be usable, other than maybe Astrolith. Yeah, I have to see. I mean, it kind of depends on how they scale, how you build around them, what you build them for. And a heal reduction is pretty good. It's, I mean, guaranteed. It's not a chance one. It just puts a heal reduction. So for farming the spirit magic or spirit keep, whatever her name is, the Queen Eva. No, it's not Queen Eva. Whatever the spirit keep dungeon is, he would be really good for that. Oh, he, she. What is Michelle? What do you look like? You're really not wearing any clothes, but you're a demon. Think you're a dude demon? We'll say he. He demon. He demon Michelle. Alright. So, one legendary out of 8 shards. I think that's ahead of the curve for a 6% chance. We'll take it. Not the one we wanted, but it is something. So, there you have it. We got a legendary. Video done. See you in the next one.